fucking
if you're
sense.
underwater, are you not wet? Is that what I'm hearing? If I'm underwater, I'm fucking
Ted,
I'm
our
wet.
business partnership has ended. I think water is very much wet.
I don't. Well, hold your freaking horses standing, buddy. I don't
What do you
know if I
mean?
could go that
Well,
far.
I guess
What do you mean? Of course water's wet. It's water.
Hold on. I
You
guess
don't look at a pool and say that's one wet pool.
like I
It's
guess if
water.
a fish is
It's
in,
implied that it's wet. It's a fucking
literally
water. It's got water in it.
Things around it
who
could
are
be
you guys
wet.
arguing with, right?
Oh my God.
If a fish is
Ay, ay, ay.
underwater, I would say now that I think about it that is the fish itself is wet, but is the
fish is
water?
wet.
No,
if
the water's
is the
not
water,
wet. The water
Is the water
the water
itself wet?
creates the wetness. The water is not inherently
The
the
water
wetness
embodies
itself.
the wetness.
Shut the
It is wet. It's
Fuck
wet.
up. Water's literally not wet. Wetness is a thing that is applied to another thing. Water does not need the wetness applied because it is water. Water applies
You are so
the
dumb.
wetness.
You
What
are
is
so
water
dumb.
if
What's
without
going on, buddy?
wetness?
You just fucking blowing from stupid town? Of course
Jschlatt,
water's wet.
I'm gonna
Yes,
have
it
to
is.
make a. I'm gonna have to make an injunction on our
Go back
our
to the
business
Go back to the
partnership right
bog,
now.
Oh my
creature.
God, bro.
Go
I'm gonna
back
have
to
to
the
make
bog.
No, you're wrong. You're
I'm
wrong.
gonna have to cut off our business relationship, Jschlatt.
That's
I'm
fine,
gonna
'cause
head
I
over
already
to the
did.
Charlie
I already
here.
did. I already cut off the business
Well,
relationship.
I mean, I'm just signing the papers and I'm making it official.
Ted,
How
you're
about
so
that?
flip-floppity.
I am going to push
30
you. I'm going to
seconds
push
ago.
you. I'm going to push you into a deep swamp and call it a soup. All right,
Listen,
man?
30 seconds ago, fucking Mr. Nivison was talking about how if a fish is underwater, he isn't even wet. So
No,
what
no,
is
no,
this
I-
360 cognitive dissonance bullshit that you're pulling on me?
Well, I rolled back that statement after I thought about it for a little bit because that fish is indeed wet because it's covered / saturated in the water. But the water itself, the molecule of water, is not wet because it is the thing that makes things.
You think you can just say molecule and add anything? You think you can just add any? You
I'm
can
on
add
your
weight?
side, Charlie. What are you doing?
You think you can get away with saying molecule on our podcast?
I'm starting to think that maybe I'm not on my side. You know?
Oh my God, dude.
Is a fish underwater wet, or is it wet when it is removed from the water? I know not.
Well, that's bullshit. Of course the fish underwater's wet.
Yeah, the fish underwater is wet, Charlie.
Why?
Okay, so Jschlatt, I'm sorry we went through these tough times, but I'm thinking about starting a new business relationship with you. What do you think?
Don't leave me.
Yes. Okay, listen. Take a look at this. I spill water on my hand.
Your hand's wet.
My hand is wet. Now, what part is wet? The part
hand.
that has the water on it,
hand.
or the part that doesn't have the water on it, that is dry? What makes it wet?
This is an insane
The water
argument.
on my hand.
This is insane.
The water on my hand makes it wet.
No, the water on your hand.
My hand is wet.
Your hand is wet. Your
So
hand.
you're telling, okay, so Charlie, you're telling me if I pour water on my hand, on my finger, right? Then my hand is wet, but the part of my finger isn't wet because the finger's
I
underwater?
don't know where you're getting this.
You're so fucking stupid. You're telling me if I dipped my finger into a fucking cup of water,
Yeah.
that my finger wouldn't be wet?
No, it's
but
it's-
technically,
it is just, it
but
is in-
technically
it is
my
in
finger
water.
is
It
wet.
is in water until it's. Oh shit!
Charlie, there is a runaway trolley barreling down the railroad tracks. Ahead on the tracks, there are 5 people tied up
I
and
think
unable to
I'll be
move.
straight with you. I think I'm fucking on that trolley right now, man.
So, there's 5 people tied up
Yeah.
on the track that the trolley's heading into. You can pull a lever on the wall. Pull a lever. The train diverts its course, turns to the left, and crushes just one man. Just one man who's on the tracks. What do you do?
Are any of them wet?
No, none of them are wet.
Okay. Do they have any water on them?
It is raining though.
So are we? So we're underwater, is what I'm hearing.
We're underwater.
But
Okay.
are the tracks?
but
slick
no one
with
is
water?
wet.
There's a lion driving the train,
And a 5'7" Charizard.
and
Tied
a
to the
Gigantamax Charizard.
On one rail is 5 Caterpies, and on the other is a 90.